listening to Jackie is just incredible. You know, you feel like you want to vote for her.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, our Constitution was really written by men that understood that it was what they called an informed populace that would be the backbone of this nation. And so what we've become is uninformed. And then what happens is you can just throw money at it. If I send enough flyers to your door, I have a particular person running for governor who I am getting 2 flyers from him every day because I have 4 voters in my home. And some people have complained about this particular candidate, like, I don't know what he stands for. I do. He's already showing me how he'll waste our money. Every day, 2 flyers every day? No, there's something wrong with that. There's a mismanagement already. So sometimes we can begin to see by someone's habits, right? If you hear about somebody having gone to your neighbor's door, we know what kind of person that is, that they would go door to door. And that's exactly how I'm running my campaign. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Harvey, Illinois, and that's, you know, a little bit north of Chicago. It's like South Chicago, if you aren't familiar. And was a pretty nice neighborhood as I was growing up, but then it began to deteriorate as a lot of lower income neighborhoods have done. I was a good student and loved school, so I ended up going to Princeton University, where I graduated with a degree in English and theater. I got my master's in teaching, and my doctorate is in Christian counseling. So I have a wide range of experience. In 2020, God moved on my heart, saying, I'm not really liking what's going on with the churches. I'm looking for a new crop of people. Are you in? Like, okay. So I got ordained in 2020. And I do have a house church, but I really believe that God had me really ordained for what I believe is a political ministry that I'm entering into now. Because if God doesn't really like what's going on in a lot of churches, then he's just going to speak the word with whoever will speak it, wherever they'll speak it. You might be surprised at the response I get. Most of my speeches are scripture, and you might be surprised how receptive people are to that. People are hungry, and people are hurting. Illinoisans in particular have been lied to in such a fashion that they now need to be cared for by shepherds, people that would actually love them, people that would come to their door. And I don't come to the door to give my stump speech, as they say. I come and say, what are your concerns? What do you want to see in Illinois? I have a desire to be a public servant, and so I would like to know what are your concerns for the area. And so we seek first to understand before we seek to be understood. These are just principles that it is very clear that the people in Springfield that I desire to work with do not really understand. When over 100,000 people leave your state every year for the past 2 years, that is called not a vote of confidence. And then the people here feel held hostage. I'll have to tell you that almost every other door I go to, one of the first things people do is explain to me why they still live in Illinois. They want me to know that they're not crazy. That they don't think it's fun paying the highest property taxes in the nation. They don't think that that's cute. They're letting me know, I have to be here to care for my grandma. I'm here because my work won't transfer me. I'm not asking. Like, they're literally just trying to explain to me they're not crazy. And so the people here feel held hostage. Like they're looking to get out as quick as they possibly can. And so what about a public servant that would desire to help people want to stay? Give them reasons to want to be here. We have some of the most incredible natural resources here. As I'm learning more about our state, you can grow anything here. People move to some warmer climates or just move anywhere where it won't be so expensive, and they realize, wow, the ground's kind of tough here. You can't grow anything like you can in Illinois or whatever. We have some wonderful resources here. We have incredible people that I'm meeting all the time, and we're just not taking advantage of those resources in the right way, but we're only taking advantage of people. And so in these past couple of years where people keep moving out of state, the legislators also keep congratulating themselves with raises. And then I found out when I went to run for office, I said, well, how much does this, little gig pay? I find out that our legislators are the top third paid in the nation. Whoa. Indiana representatives make $40,000 less. But Indiana has money in the bank, guys. We don't. So before they gave themselves another $2,500 raise, I made a commitment to donate 20% of my salary to charity. If I was Donald Trump, I'd donate the whole thing. Okay? I'm not Trump. But I want to show a solidarity with the people. I want to show that I realize that this salary is absolutely ridiculous. I want to show my commitment that when budget time comes up again, that I will be of those that say it is time to lower that salary. Springfield needs to tighten its belt. We have so many financial problems right now, and what you want to do, so I've been a single mom for most of my life. My awesome son, oldest son Christian, is here, and my daughter Michaela is working tonight. He's 21, she's 19. So I was a single mom most of my adult life, and what I learned, God showed me, you lead from the front. You never ask them to do something you're unwilling to do yourself. Yes. Okay? And so we've got some tough choices to make here in Illinois to begin to make these finances work. Springfield needs to go first. They need to be the very first to tighten their belt and to start feeling some of the things that the Illinoisans have felt, to be able to make things work. We've got a pension crisis that is just out of control. We need to be able to keep our promises to the people that we've made promises to. And then we need to, in short order, stop making such promises that we cannot keep.
Yes.
We are bordered by 11 other states that do not have these problems. They do it a totally different way. And we don't care to study that. We just want to keep, letting pensions be 70% of the budget. Who does that? Who does that? I mean, there's so many things that just when a common person finds out, you're like, what? And that's why the common people are starting to run for office. Yes. Y'all have been making me think what kind of experience that you have? My budget is balanced at home. My bills paid. I mean, your water should be going off. What's the matter with you? You don't do things that way. Nobody can do the things that they do. Nobody loses 100,000 members of their state and gets a raise the next year. Like, that don't work in no one else's job. So, what we're trying to do here in Illinois, the people I meet, I just want to go to work, do my job. I would like you to do yours. You know what I'm saying? And just stop being ridiculous. Now, I'm running as a Republican. I'm representing a platform called Kingdom Conservative Party. It's what inspired me to run. They wanted to create a platform for the people of God. They said, who represents the people of God out here? You got people straight manifesting demons in office right now.
Come on.
So, you know what? Don't talk to me about, I'm talking about God too much. I'm not even worried about it. You know what I mean? It's like, y'all don't know the demonic, so you don't know that's what they're doing. I know it. I'm not going to let them intimidate me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be out there, and like I said, you would be surprised. Okay, I've been surprised at the response, because I'm like, you want me to say what? And I go out there and say it, and it's like balm for people's soul. And the fear of God comes on people too. And just like children love discipline, if you've never been disciplined properly as an adult, you love it too.
Absolutely.
I mean, it might make you mad at first, and it makes the kids mad. I mean, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're 35 and have never been properly disciplined, and someone comes along and disciplines you, there's a part of you that craves it. You know? And so I'm finding these things to be true. It's like, it's really incredible. But I'm running as a Republican, and so I have long-time Republicans that know the way things are done, that know that you can't have blue hair and be a Republican. And they want me to change my look, and they want me to change this, and they want me to change that. So I say, have you ever met a Christian or somebody that seemed to have good values who said this and this and this, and they went down to Springfield and they did a totally other thing?
Yes.
And said, well, that's why I'm not changing my hair.
Yes.
If I won't change it for you now, I'm not changing a thing.
Yes.
And they tell me, you can't say everything that you want to do. You know, you have to keep a little of that. You gotta relate to everybody, and you gotta. And like I said, you know, these last 2 years, to give them some credit, these last 2 years, it's hard to wrap your mind around how much things have changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I am not saying the advice that I'm being given and not doing any of it at all. I'm not saying it didn't used to work, right? But I do flow in a prophetic way, and it allows you to be able to assess when things have changed. It allows you to be able to be present to now. You know what I'm saying? The signs of the times. When you're not prophetic, you don't understand that stuff, right? So you're back there where it worked. But like I said, even 5 years ago, I can't even do that. Because people are so angry right now. You know what I mean? We don't see any stop to these gas prices. We don't see any stop to the expenses in our home. We see, you know, soap was this much. I mean, yesterday. You know, it's like when that stuff happens, that stuff changes you. When you see the news program say this, and then a couple months later, oh, you know, we actually meant that vaccine causes myocarditis. We forgot to have said. Well, we don't forget to have said myocarditis. Right? It's like, so things have changed a lot in a short time. So I know that people don't really understand like how people can receive me looking this way. Even old ladies, white, old, everybody, they don't care. They don't give a crap about my hair. They really don't. Like, they're like, what you talking?
Yes, come on.
What you talking? And so when I tell them I'm actually contractually obligated to this party, that if I don't follow what's on my website, I get pulled from the platform. That means something to them. We've been lied to in such a way that we deserve our trust to be earned back. What are you willing to do to earn my trust back? Why should I vote for anybody? You know, with what I've seen. Why should I be involved at all, right? So we need to, if we're wanting to go into office, we need to really appreciate where people are at and see what kind of special things are we willing to do to say, I hear you. I understand where you're at, and I am you. You know what I'm saying? And I have no plans of going down in there and changing. My full stop plans are more like, you know, Jesus overturning the money table. That's my plan. That's my plan. And so they tell me, like, you know, but you have to learn to compromise. And maybe 5 years ago. But let me tell you something. In the legislature, the next session, they will be voting on infanticide. Infanticide is biblical for before the age of 2, we kill you. Satan's been doing that a long time. It is now legalized in 2 states, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And you know Illinois like to be running right up behind them on that stuff, right? So how did we get here? You talking about killing babies after birth? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But how did we get here? If we understand how we get here, we can understand how to turn it around. So let me tell you how we got here. It was called a heartbeat bill. When abortion was legalized, we began to compromise.
Yes.
We said, well, okay. But after they detect a heartbeat, we can't kill them. That's what we said. And then we said, well, 3 months. After 3 months, you can, well, 5. Listen, we got only 9.
Yeah.
Y'all compromising, we only got 9 to work with.
Yeah.
Satan's going for 2 years because he does that over and over in the Bible, right? Jesus' day, Moses, he's always going for 2 and under. I saw it at the heartbeat bill. This is why I will never compromise. I was upset at that heartbeat bill, I'm telling you. But y'all thought it was cute. You give Satan an inch, he takes the whole thing.
Come on.
And you learn that when you apply biblical principles, you can learn that in your home. You see, he does that all the time. It's not special, it's not new. That's what he always do when you compromise with him. So that's why I'm so certain about it. And that's why I can speak with authority. I always pray, God, that they said of Jesus, he speaks not as the Pharisees, but he speaks with authority.
Yes.
The people that know their God will do great exploits. So they say, how are you going to get these crazy plans you got done? The people that know their God
Come on. Yes.
will do great exploits. I plan on doing nothing but backing up God. And then backing up. Go ahead, do your thing you do. However you got me and these 2 kids here, and them not be crazy, and them not be dead, and them not be every single statistic that I heard before I got my divorce. It was a showdown between me and the devil. And I said, you will not have them. And now I'm going down to Springfield to say, listen, you guys are going to answer to God for the things you have done. But you're going to have to get through me first. And you will wish you had a God to pray to, because I'm telling you what, I'm not backing up. I am not backing down on your behalf. I feel the pain, I feel it personally, and I'm in solidarity with you all. So thank you all for your time. Thank you, Kathy, so much. If you know anyone, I'm running for Senate in the 49th District. That's all of Plainfield. If you know anyone in Joliet or surrounding areas, be happy to give you my literature that you could pass out. It's been a joy to speak to you.